The first time it was my fault. That time it wasn't my fault. I need to delete that scene. That's what I was trying to do, but it clicked on it for some reason instead. So, but anyways, hi. I might play Tomodachi Life at the end of the stream, depending on what happens. I don't know. I don't know how long this is gonna take. Hopefully I can beat the game today, but I'm really sleepy, so. Why does my Twitch always break? Why does my chat, like, constantly load? Okay. I'm gonna talk to her. Hasta la vista. The six of us thought up that catchphrase back when we created the team. It's so cringy, it's perfect, you know? Sure. Anyway, about the LP thing, I thought I was going down big time for hacking the leak point system, but they're letting me off easy. That's great, I guess. The Pokemon League said they'll waive my debt if I do some volunteer engineering for them. They even asked me to come work for them after I graduate, if you can believe that. Director Clavel and that Gita lady complimenting me like a weird amount. I don't think I read that right. Apparently I have outstanding talent or something. Sorry for calling you out here to meet like this. I'm still not so great with people face to face. I never seem to find the right words, but thank you so much. You saved Team Star and my friends along with it. I know words won't ever be enough to properly thank you for all you've done, so here. Draco Meteor? I'm sure you'll put this to good use. And one more thing. I want to repay the debt I owe you. If you ever think of a way I can do that, just let me know. I'm great with machines and hacking and stuff. So next time, I'll be the one helping you, Cupid. Be seeing you then. Hasta la vista. Okay. Who's calling me? Yo, Arvin here. Bow wow. The Elite Four was actually really easy. I think I leveled my Pokemon up too much, and I didn't have a problem with anything. Even Penny. Like, it was all just so easy. Whoa, down boy, don't jump up like that. Seems like hearing your voice has old Mabo Stiff here all worked up, Cupid. Also, how are you? I don't know if I asked. Oh, but that's not why I called. Nearly forgot. You remember what we talked about before? About going to Area Zero? Sure. Of course you do, you little know-it-all. Got a mind like a steel trap, eh? Well, all the effort you've been putting in around Paldea has really helped you make a name for yourself. Built up some goodwill, that's for sure. So I've been able to secure two allies who want to go to Area Zero with us. That should have us ready to tackle anything. So now we've all just got to get there. First up, we'll be gathering at Area Zero. I'll be ready and waiting at the Zero Gate. I'll send you the location on your phone, too. Don't leave me hanging forever. Okay. We'll be waiting. Bow wow. Is this where I'm going? I'm good. I've been playing Tomodachi Life all morning. I made Zuko from Avatar, and I'm actually kind of proud of it, because I actually did face paint. And I took the time to learn a couple of things. I also made Aang, but his arrow kind of just like sticks up off of his face, so I have to learn how to fix that. And I also didn't have pro mode yet, so I think I'm gonna go back and redo the entire thing. I almost went and did that raid, because that's what I was doing the other day. Hi, Crispy. Tomodachi Life is so fun. I haven't got any Miis into a relationship yet, though. Who are you gonna make, Bloom? I have most of the characters, I think, from Avatar that I want to make, and I have Ryan from Xenoblade, and I have me, and that's it. Hey, over here. I'm nervous. I think Rye said this was hard or something. Or maybe it's gonna take a while. This is the Zero Gate. It was made so researchers could try to observe the inside of the great crater of Paldea, what folks call Area Zero. It's our ticket down into the crater. Oh, and speaking of the crater, you know that Pokemon of yours, the one I gave you? Your boyfriend's me immediate. I haven't made Griffin yet. I did in the demo, but I restarted, so. Well, have a good rest of your day. Thank you for stopping in. Where's my thing? Area Zero is apparently where Miraidon was born or something like that. Maybe it'll be happy that it can finally come back home. Not that I really care or anything. Anyway, our 2 new teammates should be waiting for us inside the Zero Gate. Guess we should head in. Okay. The way home. Speaking of home, if you guys could, like, manifest some good energy towards homes and me moving out of this apartment where my walls are literally all being destroyed from water damage and they won't fix it. I don't want to live here anymore. I hate it here. Whoa, kind of dark in here. Hi, Nimona. Our friend said there'd be tons of strong Pokemon, so here I am. Once she heard she'd get to battle awesome Pokemon, she was here in a second. You're an annoying little pest at the academy, but I guess you could come in handy for this. Spoken like a guy who wants to get beaten in a battle. But more importantly, why is it so dark, and where's the awesome Pokemon? Thank you. Yeah, it is weird that the lights are off. The last time I was here, the electricity was up and running, but now... Oh. Well, now the lights are on. But why? I turned them on. Hi, Penny. Seems like they were on power saving mode. I hacked into the system controls and overrode the settings. Oh, it's you, the kid with the fluffy Eevee bag. Can I get that bag? You don't like Penny? Why not? I just like her bag, I think. I guess. My name's Penny. Well, hey, we've never got to actually talk. I'm Nimona. I'm in Class 1A. You must be some kind of tech whiz. Do you like Pokemon battling too? Or you talk, like, way too much. Oh, wow. The director introduced us. When you need someone good with tech, she's a no-brainer. Anyway, Penny here also agreed in a second when she heard it was to help Cupid. I'm not really the adventuring type, but I owe you, Cupid, and I pay my debts. She's surprisingly old-fashioned like that. And of course, everyone knows me, Arvin. My love includes my Maple Stiff and cooking and biometric identification in progress. It's cringy. A little bit. Hello, Cupid, I have been expecting you. And it seems you have gathered a group of formidable allies as well. Sorry, who are you? That's my dad, probably. What? That's Professor Turo? Nimona, student ID number 805C001, and Penny, student ID number 803B121. I thank you for coming. Of course, Professor. Oh my gosh, it's such an honor to meet you in person. I mean, maybe not in person exactly. Arvin, did you, tell your dad about us? When would I have done that? To begin with, I'd like to ask you all to make your way down to the Great Crater of Paldea. You can reach the lower chamber using the elevator you see to your right. Okay. Dad? Please proceed below. That's so sad. Are they not on good terms? Must not be. I can't ride Miraidon, that's crazy. We're supposed to be going to a Pokemon convention this weekend to take Griffin's cousin. I'm kind of nervous about it. I'm afraid she'll get upset if she sees, like, a really expensive card. We don't have expensive Pokemon card money. Ooh, it opened for us automatically. Not quite. Looks to me like someone's controlling this thing remotely. Once you step through, you'll be above Area 0. Cupid, you have brought Miraidon with you? Yes. I don't know where else he would be. I thank you for bringing it with you on your many adventures. If you utilize Miraidon's gliding capabilities, you should be able to descend into the depths to reach Area 0. What? Isn't there like an elevator or something? And wait, did you say Miraidon can fly? When you reach the bottom, I will get in touch again. I hope your trip is did you say uneventful? Railroading people into stuff, just like always. I can't wait to see what Pokemon live down in Area 0. Let's go. What exactly am I gonna do down there? That girl, is she like incapable of fear or what? I would be scared. I guess we'd better go too. Are we all about to ride on Miraidon? How are they gonna get there? Why not? Cupid, ready for the worst? I guess. Good, that's all we needed to hear. Get out that Pokemon of yours and we'll be off. We're all gonna get on Miraidon? What's the matter with it? Scared of heights? That's what I'd say. Well, no wonder. But no need to be scared if we go together. How does that logic work? She also has an EV phone. Get on! I don't think we're all gonna fit on him. Oh my god. I would die. There's no way I could hold on to his hand like that. Okay. Penny would probably also be dead. Like, that's so crazy. Why are you sitting backwards? She would fall off. Oh, a rainbow. True. On my Pokemon. Well, I guess maybe he's technically not mine, but he's been mine this whole time in the game, so. That made me dizzy. That little looking at the ground made me dizzy. And now I'm back here again. Haha, I think I might have died once or twice there. What's wrong? Just trying to be different, true. Hello? It chose to go back into its ball? It's probably just hungry or something. Wait a second, where's the student council girl? Hello, Nimona? What? She's gone. You don't think she... Everyone, you have to see this. Area 0 is amazing. Come on already. I guess your ability would be own tempo, huh? Biometric identification in progress. 4 humans identified. Condition satisfactory. Vital signs all within normal range. It appears you were able to make the descent without being harmed. Ah, yeah, sure. Smooth sailing. Who could possibly complain about a landing like that? That is good. I had concerns you might fail, given the crudeness of the only available access method. I think your dad's sarcasm detector needs fixing. Aw, you were worried about us? That's so sweet. You should now make your way to me at the Zero Lab in the deepest part of Area 0. However, the entrance to the lab is barred by 4 locks installed on the exterior, which I cannot unlock. 4 locks? On your way to me, you must visit 4 research stations that were constructed inside the crater. At each station, you will be able to disable one of the locks. Do so as you make your way down. I hope you succeed. Bruh. Yes, let's disable the 4 locks and get into that lab. Sounds kind of video gamey when you say it out loud, huh? Come on, time to find our way to the deepest part of Area 0. Can Penny just do that part? Are these not one of them? Don't see a door. I have to run around on my feet this whole time. Yeah, I assume these are not things I can go in. It is actually horrible that I have to walk like this. I like this music. I don't really want to catch any Pokemon. What's going on with this tree? So this is the inside of the Great Crater Paldea. Feels different from just seeing it in our textbooks. It's so intense. Normally we'd never be able to get in here to see it ourselves. Huh? Wait, where'd Miraidon go? It seems like it got spooked by something. It's hiding in its ball. It's not good. Can we even get back up to the surface without it? Should be alright. The last time I was here, I caught a flying taxi out of the crater. They always come through if you're a real sob story. Why don't you just call the professor if he's down here? Don't get along or something? Oh my god, they're talking so fast. None of your business. Jeez, no need to bite my head off. What are you getting all huffy for anyway? Come on, this is an adventure. Let's have a good time. Okay. I wasn't looking where I was going. So I was trying to read that. I want to ride Miraidon. I don't want to fight you. Obviously this guy has daddy issues. True. It failed. Oh. His move failed. How do I get that? I'll do this. What? Where am I going? How'd you wind up friends with Cupid anyway? Well, I guess she really just came through for me when I needed her. Everything was going off the rails. School was a mess. My friendships. I can't read that fast. You guys have to read it. I'm so sorry. I have to go down here. Can I walk down this? Oh, I bet that's what we're looking for. That must be one of the buildings the professor was talking about. Oh yeah, what were they called? Radish rations? Rations? What? Research stations. Well, I was close. Wow, you have such a great memory, Penny. What's great is my common sense compared to you lot, apparently. Treen? What the heck is that? That's a Pokemon La Primera uses. I didn't know that species could be found in the Great Crater. Come on, Cupid, let's take it on together. Is she actually gonna help me? Yes. Okay. What? Aren't you dead? That was easy. Are there gonna be a lot more of these rare Pokemon down here, you think? You think that was something? Please. You've got no idea how terrifying Area Zero really is. Wow, patronizing much? Easy, you two. Let's just head inside the research station. Thank you for taking me to the door. Wow, are these ancient ruins? They look far too recent for that. It appears you have reached your first research station without incident. This facility was constructed 87 years ago as a way station for those surveying Area 0. So that's why there's a bed. Looks like we can use this place to rest up if we need to. Cupid, if you would be so kind as to disable the first lock on the lab using that central panel. Yes. Hi, Nightmare. How are you? The girls are fighting. Well done. Please continue your efforts with the remaining research stations. Okay. What was that green thing? I almost never saw my dad my whole life. Oh, is it time for the backstory reveal? Kanish. He was always busy with work, he hardly ever came home. I cooked for myself, cleaned for myself. Maybe Stiff was the only one I talked to, I think is what it said. So yeah, I don't really know him at all, even if he is my dad. I tried not to think too much about it, tried to just be proud that he was famous, but the truth is I would rather just have a dad who was there. I can't read that fast. Some family, right? Am I going the right way? Not attack? I'm surprised it lets me fall down this, because it doesn't let me do that normally. Why is the light glitching? The second research station, about time too. Phew, let's head in and take a breather. I thought you'd have a bit more stamina, student council girl. Heh, who, I'm just full of surprises. That wasn't a compliment, you know. Hey look, a Delibird. It's good to see some nice familiar Pokemon down here too. He's so cute. Deli? Oh my gosh, so cute. He? Delibird. What the? Ah! Cupid, it's battle time. Have a good rest of your day. Thank you for stopping in. Umbreon. Guess we'll do this. Iron Bundle? Seriously, what was that? Darn thing scared me half to death. It was definitely kinda mechanical looking for a Delibird, wasn't it? No kidding. Come on, let's get inside already. One more jump scare like that and I'm done for. Well, this looks pretty much the same as the first research station. Seems like wild Pokemon don't come in here. We should be safe to catch our breath. Hey, seriously, what's with this place? That Pokemon. I've been wondering about that myself. I think maybe that Pokemon was one of these. Huh? What's that book? Monsters of Area 0. As we descended further into Area 0, we began to catch glimpses of mysterious Pokemon. though we wondered if these compact, cruel beasts were indeed Pokémon at all. One of our team suffered a brutal blow from such a beast and was mortally wounded, forcing us to retreat for a time. A member of the survey team captured this photograph by chance. I noticed a passing resemblance to the Pokemon known as Donphan, yet differences such as its texture and the way it moves suggest it is biologically separate, to say nothing of its shreds of iron. Monsters of Area Zero? So they aren't actually Pokemon? I don't really know. What do you think, Cupid? I don't think they're regular. Maybe. They definitely do look different at least. I've never seen any of them in a Pokédex either. I suppose the time has come for an explanation. Professor, some of the life forms that you see residing now within Area Zero are future Pokemon that lived in a distant day we have yet to see. Future Pokemon? What? That's awesome. Oh, come on. There's no way that's possible. The Zero Lab, where I am located, contains a time machine. It summons the future Pokemon to this place. So the thing my dad spent forever researching down here, he actually got it working. Indeed, though the cost was catastrophic. The cost? But a time machine? You mean you can actually travel to and from the future? It is theoretically possible to travel to the future. However, for a being such as a human, it would not be possible to return to the present. Well, that's horrifying. Dad, why did you call us here to Area Zero? Arvin, if possible, I would like us to speak when we can meet face to face. It will be easier for you to understand once you can see the situation for yourself. Now then, Cupid, please use the central panel. We're getting Arvin lore. Well done. Please continue your efforts at the remaining research stations. Hey, Cupid. You know that book he told me to bring? I think it's got something to do with this place. More like everything to do with this place. But I'm not the one he expects to fix whatever all this is. You are. I think you should be the one to carry it. Thank you. A record of the expedition that the author Heath went on within the great crater of Paldea. The book has the name Turo written on it in clumsy handwriting. Take care of it for me, okay, Cupid? Okay. I won't pull it out unless the game forces me to. What are your parents like, Nimona? My parents normal, I guess. Are you serious? Even I know about your dad. He's on the board of the Rotom Phone Company. How do you know that? Everyone knows that. He's famous, and I guess I looked into him for my own reasons, too. So, Nimona's actually some pampered little princess from a rich family? No, no way. That's so not my thing. Though, yeah. I guess you could say mother and father were, like, hands-off, but in a good way. My big sister would probably take over the business, so they pretty much let me do what I want. Mother and father? That is some pampered little princess stuff right there. Penny's family is unbelievably annoying. Her dad's loud and clingy. He makes up nicknames like Pen Pen. Having his own daughter describe him like that. That is kind of sad. My mother is not nice. They do not want me to get into family lore. I didn't need to do that. Alright, another research station. Nice, we get to chill for a minute. Something's gonna jump out at us again, 100% guaranteed. Oh Penny, such a worrywart. Huh? Word on... See? See? Wait a sec, this is just like that Titan Pokemon we saw. So it was a future Pokemon all along? Well, you've battled one of these before, Arvin. It looks seriously strong. Yeah, well, Cupid and I are old pros when it comes to Titans. Leave this to us. Maple stuff. That didn't kill him. Maple stuff is so cute. See that? Victory's ours. Maybe the one we saw when we were searching out the Herba Mystica came from down here. You two got to meet one of those Pokemon before a crater get-together? Jealous. If we've got things from the literal future roaming around Paldea, that's a major problem. Isn't Professor Turo doing anything to keep them under control? How could he let this happen? Yeah, right, because it's not like oh-so-brilliant Professor Turo ever messes up. Come on, Cupid, let's get into that research station. You like when Pokemon are named Iron Treads as if that's normal? It's kind of confusing. I have a few of them in my binder. I'm surprised I have so many, actually. But I was so confused the first time I got Screamtail. That was my first ancient one, and I was like, oh, what the heck is this? What does that mean? I made it to the station number 3. How are we doing after all that walking and battling and whatnot? Anyone need a rest? You feeling rough, Penny? Oh no, it's not that. I've just been thinking ever since the professor mentioned that time machine. The Pokemon here in Area 0 came to our time from the future, right? So what about Miraidon? Isn't it pretty likely that it's also one of those future Pokemon? Maybe. Iron Valiant? I think I might have that one. Hi, Rye. I maybe might have that one, I'm not sure. Huh. I think you're onto something. It is kind of giving off future vibes. Even its name sounds future-y. Wait a sec, I totally forgot. Hey Arvin, you had Miraidon's ball, and you told us about its form in the first place. You must know something about it, right? You were knocked out for 3 hours? I wish that were me. I have the spring Red Bull, but they didn't have zero sugar, and honestly, this one is not as good as the zero sugar one. Which is surprising. The zero sugar one is like really sweet, and this one is not sweet at all. You still remember that from way back? No wonder you're everybody's little star pupil. Guess I've got no choice then but to tell you what I know. That Pokemon Miraidon, that is. It was found by my dad when he was working on his time machine. I believe it would be best for me to take over the explanations at this point. Professor. Miraidon, which I entrusted to Cupid, was the first Pokemon that was successfully retrieved from the future by the time machine. Seriously? Through analysis of its genetic makeup as well as its behavioral patterns, I came to realize that what I had discovered was in fact a futuristic form of Sislazar? I don't know how to say that. The Pokemon commonly ridden in this region. Well, that makes sense, I guess. They do look alike. Many other Pokemon also came to this place from across the boundaries of time, but I was never able to bring over more than 2 specimens of Miraidon. Huh? You mean there's another one around here somewhere? What if they're family? The other one could still be somewhere in Area 0, waiting to finally be reunited with our Miraidon. A heartwarming family reunion. Exactly. Imagine how thrilled they'll be if we can get the family back together after all this time. Family, huh? Yeah, that sounds nice. If we could proceed, Cupid, please disable the next lock. Okay, so I have to find another one. Or is that just gonna happen? I did say you heard him, you better press it. Only one remains now. Please continue to the final research station. I think I'm going this way. Miraidon's a future Pokemon. No wonder no one's seen it before. Cupid, you've got to let me battle Miraidon right now. It still won't come out of its Pokeball. Oh, right. That was the first I heard of it coming from the future myself. It was just some weird Pokemon my dad had brought home all of a sudden one day. We all lived together at the Lighthouse Lab for a little while. My dad made me promise to keep it a secret, and I had to take care of it for him too. That's why you knew so much. Where am I going now? Up here? Why is Vaporeon still the only evolution that I've seen? I don't know what they're saying. They talk too fast. Crosby. Crosby would not let me sleep. He was crawling all over me this morning. Why are cats like extra heavy when they step on your stomach? I want to ride more Rhydon. I hate walking. Do I have to go up there? No. I can't even jump, I don't think. Can I? I don't know. I'm following the shiny trees. I think I'm lost. Help, I don't know where to go. Not really. I don't know where to go. If I have Miraidon, I could just climb this. Isn't this a dead end too? I'm confused. Did I go the wrong way? Can I swim up the waterfall? No. I'm lost. It feels pretty big to me. But I think I didn't know that I could fly places for a while. Where am I going? Wait. Arceus is what I want to play next, though, but I don't know when. You walked intentionally? Wasn't that basically what you're doing in Breath of the Wild? When you're streaming it? I don't think I could do that. I gotta go fast. I'm cold. Can you hear my air conditioning running? It is 80 degrees outside. I should do the mathless challenge maybe in November. Maybe I'll do it for Zelda month. Though I don't think I will complete it. I don't know the map that well. Unless you're talking about this game. Then I probably really couldn't do it. That could be an idea for Zelda month, because I was thinking of only doing one game anyways. Like a challenge or something. That's true. I feel like once I hit one of the Divine Beasts, I'd probably be able to find my way around from there. Maybe. But then I also wouldn't have the mini-map, huh? Plot twists really tug at the heartstrings, don't they? Not that I'm complaining. Is this one I've already been in? Did I go in a circle? I think I went in a circle. I'm confused. I'm lost. It's down here. I still have to finish Tears of the Kingdom. I'm thinking maybe I'd do that after Xenoblade. There are a lot of Pokemon. I'm confused. The Paw? What does that mean? Oh my gosh, look at all these huge gorgeous crystals. They go all the way to the bottom. Like Pokemon only spawn in really close to you. There are a lot. I'm surprised I've only ran into one of them. One sip and we can kiss our short lives goodbye. Oh, good call. Watch your step. So the professor's down there somewhere waiting for us. And that's fine. Totally fine. Alright team, watch yourselves and let's get to the bottom of this thing. This place looks unreal. Maybe there really is treasure down here like the stories say. Yeah, this place like something from a whole other world. Makes you feel like maybe you already died and went somewhere. Is it just me or do the crystals here give off the same glow as when Pokemon terrestrialize? There's gotta be some sort of connection. Only one way to find out. Come on everybody, let's keep moving. We've gotta go all the way down. I feel like I missed something that wasn't in here. I don't know. Has anyone ever been to a place that's like underground with waterfalls? So I have. But I'm pretty sure it was man-made. I think they lied. called Ruby Falls. I mean, the rock part, like, to get through is man-made, obviously, but they say that they found the waterfall, but people online say that the waterfall is man-made, and then they just put water in it. Something bad happened to Maridon? Maybe he got hurt like Mabo stuff? Why do you want to battle Maridon? Whoa, what happened? This place is a mess. It looks like something went berserk in here. Yeah, but what? Hello, children. Not children. Professor, you scared us. I'm sorry. Why is everything in here all busted up? I'm sorry. Hello, children. I'm scared. Come again. I'm sorry. Hello, children. Hello. What the heck? Stop that. You're creeping us out. Hello, child. Children. Am I pregnant? Pregnant? What are you doing with Crosby? You're taking him out in the hallway? Crosby's being sold, apparently. Initiating restart. The professor must be having some weird connection problems or something, huh? Well, it was definitely weird at least. Almost like, I don't know. If he meant it as a joke, it wasn't funny. I've still got goosebumps and all. Eating into the research station? Oh, I thought it wasn't gonna work. Hello, can you hear me now? Why does hello look like that? Please forgive my previous transmission. There seems to be some signal interference. That's not what that was. What do you mean, Arvin? The locks have all been disabled at last. Please make your way now to the Zero Lab, which lies at the very bottom of Area Zero. So he was playing a prank on us? There's definitely something off about the professor just now, right? Maybe it was just a little dramatic flair to get us all jazzed for more adventuring. What? That got you jazzed? Big time jazzed? You need to go see a doctor. That's just not right. He better not be pranking us. That was creepy. I don't know what a shiny one would look like. I don't know what any of these guys would look like shiny. Can I grab that? Thank you. It's pink instead of blue. I can't believe there's people that just sit there and open their game and close it to look for shinies. I don't think I would ever enjoy doing that. It seems so boring. Maybe if it was for like one Pokemon that I really liked and really wanted, I guess I would do it. I just don't think I have the patience. But I'm glad other people do, because I have 2 shinies that were given to me. I'm very grateful for them. Is that where we're going? There's a lot of stuff going on down here. Have we finally reached the deepest part? We made it. Ready to see if those legends of treasure down here are for real? Yeah, right. That's just fluff they write to fill the textbooks. Hello, children. You've done well to make it here. The structure you see before you is the Zero Lab. That's where you are, right, Professor? But wait, why does it look like the whole place is being swallowed up by crystals? The crystals here in Area Zero possess a peculiar energy. This energy can alter the functions of living things and optimize the performance of machinery. It is the same energy that allows Pokémon to terrestrialize. So this entire building's been terrestrialized? Is that what you're saying? Don't be silly, Arvin. The professor implied something important about Terra Orb just now. They're made from the crystals down here in Area Zero, aren't they? Indeed. Though not many know it. Since you have disabled all 4 locks, the gate to the Zero Lab should now open for you. But once you open the gate, you will quickly be confronted with the dangerous Pokemon inside. It will likely make a break for freedom. Dangerous Pokemon? With the 4 of you working together, you should be able to best them. Prepare yourselves well, then open the gate. You've got me and Cupid here. Doesn't matter what we're up against. We'll be fine. Ah, well then. That puts all my worries to rest. Okay, I'm nervous. You decided to press the button and open? Hold it. Huh? Why? We're finally on the cusp of getting into the lab. Look, if it's true that a bunch of really dangerous Pokemon might come at us, then shouldn't we also have Miraidon's help? Yeah, if Miraidon were like how we first saw it in the Inland Grotto, that'd be a huge help. I want to see it battle. But it hasn't even wanted to let us ride it ever since we came down to Area Zero, and it can't enter its battle form in the first place. But it's really strong, I know it is. I ate all those Herba Mystica we found, too. It ate it all. When it really matters, I'm sure it'll fight. And Area Zero is where it used to live. If you bring it out of its ball now, maybe it'll be able to find its family too, right? That's pretty sensible by your standards, Arvin. I don't know. Go on, Cupid, let Miraidon out. Okay. Alright, come on, Cupid. Now that we've got Miraidon ready, it's time to open that gate. I'm surprised he just came out like that. There's the other one. Do I have to fight it? The family reunion, it's happening. Whoa, no way. My abs are about to run. No, something's not right. It wants to go in there. Huh? What's wrong? Are you bummed that your heartwarming family reunion got cut off so quickly? Are you joking? There was nothing heartwarming about it. We were this close to being caught up in a nasty brawl. Wait, for real? Just look at Miraidon. Poor thing's terrified. Guess that other one isn't exactly its pal. Yeah, that other Pokemon was giving off some real bad vibes. Not that you should worry a thing about any of that. Once we get you back into your battle form, I'm sure you'll be going toe-to-toe against that jerk. If, you know, you want to. Sorry, I guess that doesn't really help, huh? Do you think that other Miraidon was one of the dangerous Pokemon the professor warned us to watch out for? But didn't the professor say the dangerous Pokemon would come out from inside? You mean from inside the gate we just... Oh. Hi. I have to fight all of these guys? What the... We're surrounded. And it's pretty obvious they're not here to roll out a friendly welcome mat. There's no way we can handle this many. And don't tell me, they're all future Pokemon? We've got a little disaster on our hands here. Look, even that fellow's ready to bail. And I guess it's my turn. I've been waiting. Come on, Cupid, let's do this together. Just us two. My ads just started. I'm gonna take a break. Before I do this, I will be right back. I did add Gerudo Valley for you. The only move being effective is a grass one. Okay. I need to make more of those. Not it already killing someone. No. True. I knew it sounded off, so, like something was missing from it. Paraquat leveled up. Wow, they're strong. Now this is a worthwhile challenge. I'm glad you're on our side, but you're still really annoying when you say stuff like that. You have 3 left for shinies? That's crazy. Why are they coming at me? Cupid, help me out here. I had no idea that shiny Lobdisc was yellow. It's cute though. I like how it faced me to get hit. The future must be terrifying. Oh, thank you. Oh no, they're running away. Yeah, and? If those Pokemon get out, we're gonna have a gigantic mess on our hands. We gotta go after them, Penny. Why me? Wait. Hold on, Amona. Why do I get the feeling you're enjoying all this? All Iron Blink Pokemon are very silver. Interesting. I hope the 2 of them can handle their part. But at least the crowd's been thinned out now. I guess it's up to us to deal with what's left. Let's go for the strong-looking one first. I think I might have a card of this guy. It doesn't affect... okay. Mabo Stiff really came through for us right there. Thank you. See, the power of friendship had us perfectly in sync, all thanks to our Titan hunting together. Still scared, huh? You worried you might have to face that other one of your kind? Well then, let me take on some of the burden. These stragglers should be nothing. Me and Mabo Stiff here can take them. Off. So Cupid, you take your partner there and go take care of business. Got it. Glad to see you've got some faith in us at last. Mabo Stiff can't wait to battle either. People hate Iron Dragulus. Okay. Miraidon, you really ruined my whole childhood, you know. But it's not like seeing you cowering and scared out of your wits makes me feel any better about it. You've got amazing powers if you just use them. And you've got us too, so don't you even think about losing to that jerk. Be brave, stand up and fight. We're going in the scary area. Human presence detected within the Zero Lab. Is he sleeping? Is he dead? Best music ever is about to pop up. Deactivating sleep mode. What does that mean? He's a robot? Hello, Cupid. Thank you for coming. Hello? No, back to your ball. That one is far less tractable and far more aggressive than the one you've traveled with. Your Miraidon fled Area Zero because it lost to the other one in a territorial struggle. I'm afraid that there is something for which I must apologize. I am not the true Professor Turbo. Who are you? I am an artificial intelligence the professor created, imbued with his memories and knowledge. In short, I am AI-powered robot. Okay. Cancel him. The real professor passed away during the incident that destroyed Research Station Number 4. Passed away? The Pokemon was not to be blamed. It was the original professor who failed to accurately judge its full power. I believe the professor wanted nothing more than for Miraidon to survive and thrive. That is why he threw himself in front of your Miraidon in an attempt to protect it. AI slop professor. From the time I first reached out to Director Clavel and asked to be put in contact with you, I was never more than an AI. Cupid, the reason I ask you to come to me is because I have one last thing to do here at the Zero Lab, and I desire your help. In short, I wish for you to put a stop to the time machine the original professor created. Any questions can be addressed as we make our descent. Follow me. That's so sad for Arvin. He must not know. Oh, this is gonna be sad. I'm scared. That is true. When was this game? When did it come out? This elevator would take us down to the lower level. Step inside. Late 2022. That was when, like, AI videos were so bad it was funny. Kinda. In a way. Cupid, it truly is a great relief to me that you came. It will answer any questions you may have. Is there anything you wish to know? What happened to the real professor? As I explained to you before, the original professor no longer exists. During the destruction of the research station, his physical body received grievous injuries that left it unable to sustain life. I'm afraid that this fact may be difficult for his son, Arvin, to accept. I now manage the Zero Lab in the original professor's place. Is there anything else you wish to ask? What is an AI? That's true. An AI is an artificial intelligence created by a human being. A computer draws on the original professor's knowledge and memories to calculate all of my thoughts and actions. The results of those calculations are expressed by this mechanical body, built to resemble the professor in every way. Humanity does not, in fact, possess the knowledge to develop such a sophisticated AI at present. But the crystals that make up the Zero Lab has made such a thing possible here. They are also why I cannot leave this place. Anything else? Time machine. The time machine is a device that the original professor and I worked on together. It sends Pokeballs to a different point on the timeline to catch Pokemon there, and it can then draw them back here to the present. When he was alive, Professor Turo had a great fascination with Pokemon from another age, what you might call future Pokemon. Even as we speak, the time machine continues to automatically draw future Pokemon to this time. So are the ancient ones from the other game? It's about to start storming, I think. What do you want? The original professor had a dream of a world in which future Pokemon might live alongside present-day Pokemon in harmony. I might have to play that eventually. Probably not anytime soon, maybe like next year. But the used Pokemon have gained a strange power due to their adaptations in the distant future, and this power has proved too terrible. Their very existence brings destruction to the ecological balance of this current age. The original professor would say that such destruction is a natural part of life. At present, the barrier around Area Zero is still working to keep future Pokemon from escaping to the rest of Paldea. He's still AI, even though it does make sense here, I guess. But we've begun to see Pokemon appear that can break the barriers, such as Iron Treads. Eventually, they will break free of this walled garden known as Area Zero and run rampant across the Paldea region. And when they do, the rich and varied ecosystem of Paldea will be trampled beneath their coming. I may have been created as a copy of the professor, and yet I cannot seem to find the logic in allowing such a tragedy to occur. But any hope of preventing it would require overcoming the greatest AI that the original professor ever devised. I cannot speak. Cupid. You've become a formidable trainer. Now use the strength you have gained to destroy the dream Turo once cherished. Yes. I appreciate your willingness to help. We have reached the lowest level. Their names are shortened forms of the Spanish words for past, future. Interesting. I see. Burrow. I feel like, because I didn't know that this was the game, I guess, that the future and ancient Pokemon were from. If I knew that this one was future and the other one was ancient, I probably would have picked Scarlet. Behold. This is the time machine we perfected using the power of the terrestrial phenomenon. I don't know if I said that right. Triforce all over. He's hot? This guy? I don't know. To stop the time machine, you will need to use the professor's ID, which has been embedded within the Violet book. It was very like the professor to put the final key we would need in that book, of all places. He loved that volume since childhood. If you place the Violet book upon the pedestal here, you will be able to stop the time machine. There is just one issue. If you try to stop the machine, I will most likely attack you. Okay. Artificial being that I am, my own desires can be overridden by the system's programming. Once that happens, I'm afraid I will become no more than a battle machine, bound to defeat anyone identified as an obstacle by my code. My battling abilities are peerless. They are built upon analysis of the battles carried out by the various champions of the Paldea region. Having seen the bond between you and your Pokémon, however, I believe you can prevail. Once you have readied yourself for this fight, please place the Violet book upon the pedestal. I have to fight a human? I mean, I guess I'm ready. I mean, I guess he's not a human. I have to fight a robot human? That makes more sense. Please wait. Access denied. Shutdown command overridden. Reinitializing. It is up to you now, Cupid. AI Turos switching to sleep mode. Activating offense protocols. Offensive protocols. Hey, where are the 3 other people I came here with? Please, defeat me. It's gonna be extra sad for Arvin then. He won't even have the AI version of his dad. At last. At last my dream is within reach. And you're not getting in the way. Why is he all the way up there? Initiated a battle. Iron Moth. This is the song. I don't know who you think you are, but I'm not about to let anyone get in the way of my goals. I think I picked the wrong Pokemon to be in front. Oh. Do you imagine you can best the wealth of data at my disposal with your human brain? This is the power the distant future holds. Splendid, isn't it? I would love to hear that being voice acted. That did nothing. He's gonna kill me. I don't know, I wasn't prepared for this to happen. Iris, but that's what I was thinking. But his moves kind of suck, so... No. Get up, Skeleturge. I still can't say his name. You lie? That's okay. I did pick him on my own before I saw your chat. Please don't be electrocuted and paralyzed. We made it through. Should I switch then? Use iron thorns. How is it fire type moves and the HP is low? I didn't know that. Okay. JK, oh. Well, I shouldn't have used a full restore. I don't know why I did that. That was a little silly. I didn't need that. I just needed to heal. Arena would be good. Let's hope she doesn't die. She's great. Now this is interesting. Child, do you actually understand future Pokemon's weaknesses? No, but Proton does. I don't even understand the normal Pokemon. Iron Jugulis. Why can I only sometimes see what moves are good against? Oricorio? Let's hope you didn't mean Oricorio for electric, because he does not have any electric moves. Don't know why he's like that. I did something wrong with him. I must have needed flying at some point and never changed it. This one's super effective. The normal becomes electric? Oh. I didn't know that. Iron Bundle? Keep, okay. Oh, please don't kill me. He killed me. Oh, now I can see. Serena's got super effective moves. Please don't kill her. I'm scared. Heracross, please. Save us. Interesting. I'm gonna use this. Please don't kill Heracross. Iron Hands. Electric Fighting. Alcatel. Finally, she's useful. Oh. Well. I'm gonna use a Shadow Ball. Please don't kill her. Okay. Leave a future site. Can you stop doing that? Please stop. Heal Skeletors, okay. Is this the last one? Should I keep her and then heal him and then bring him out? Because he'll probably die if I just bring him out. He's ready to heal, okay. Everything is proceeding within my expectations. I'm afraid the probability of you winning is 0. This is the first time I've been nervous in a while about these fights. Warp drive. Oh. This is scary. Should I bring him out now? Oh, I already did. Please don't kill him. Is it not gonna terrestrialize? They usually terrestrialize on her first turn, don't they? Use Torch Song. Ooh. I have a chance. As long as I don't die here, okay. Don't I still have to fight the guy? Or did he mean... Okay. I thought I was fighting him. Impossible. He meant I was gonna battle his Pokemon. I thought I was fighting the robot. Unless I am. I mean, I did say I defeated him, though. Cupid. What is this? Did you already beat all the baddies without me? Okay, out with it, you. Who are you, really? Thank you for everything. The time machine has finally... He has finally been stopped. You're really not my dad, are you? Oh, look how big you've grown. Aw. So proud of you, my... Sorry you were alone so long, Arvin. Dad? Security system failure. That's so sad. Threat to time machine detected. Whoa, what's going on now? Is another army of Pokemon on its way here? It cannot be. I have to do more? An obstacle is preventing the time machine from performing as intended. Activating Paradise Protection Protocol to remove the offending obstacle. What? Was keeping the time machine running truly all the professor cared about? Blocking all Pokeballs except those registered to Turo's ID. Wait, what? Program initializing. Gathering terrestrial energy. I'm sorry, children. This is too much for you. You must run. That's freaky. AI Turo disabled. Paradise Protection Protocol initialized. Here we go again. You were not getting in my way. You were challenged by AI Turo. You were challenged by the Paradise Protection Protocol. Okay. Maridon. Girl, did you not hear them? We can only use our Maridon. Right? He's probably like level 3. It's a shame this game is so bad. I definitely like Legends EA more. But it's also a completely different game, so... Yay! I do like this song. This is how normal Pokemon is. They should make another game like Legends EA. Patron engine? Turn the ground to electric terrain? No! You just don't have the Xenoblade energy. It's called Xenoblade Chronicles 2, which I will be playing tomorrow. Oh wow. It changed into its battle form. Let's go, Maridon. You got this. You will fall here within this garden paradise and achieve nothing in the end. What happens if I die? You will not be allowed to destroy my paradise. Obstacles to my goals will be eliminated. No. This looks like it could be bad. Hang in there, Cupid. Yeah, I'm nervous. Should I heal? He's about to hit me, like, with a big hit, I believe. I don't know. The data say I am superior. I am the superior. Fall and become a foundation upon which my dream may be built. Good thing I healed, I guess. You took that hit like a champ. You can do this. I know you can. I gotta heal again, I guess. I don't know. Why couldn't... I don't know. Must recharge. Oh man, can we really not pull off a win here? This doesn't look good. Oh, they are so mean to me. Your terror orb's glowing. Cupid, Maridon, terrestrialize and finish this off. Already? Okay. Which Maridon? Which one is this happening to? I would say foe. Should I use this? Because it's glowing, I guess. I don't know. Mine. What is your guys' opinion on terrestrializing? Because I don't really care for it. I win. You don't like it? I like the evolution card ones. You defeated the Paradise Protection Protocol as a scripted battle. Why is it so bright? Did my game crash? Oh, okay. You did it. It's not going berserk anymore. How? How very astounding. To think that you would manage to defy even the original professor's final protections. Are you back to normal? Yes, a completely unforeseen outcome, even for an AI possessing the most sophisticated technology ever conceived. I didn't need- oh. Well, I felt bad. I had to protect him because he helped me. Even on the brink of despair, you children did not give in and instead proved your worthiness, showing the wisdom to think for yourselves, the courage to hold faith in your friends, and the fortitude to do what had to be done. No matter how challenging of a future may await you, I believe you will be capable of walking whatever paths you choose for yourselves now, with pride. I thank you, Cupid. I thank all of you children. But I am afraid that the time machine cannot be put to a complete stop so long as I am here. It appears I myself am part of the system that ensures the machine reboots when stopped. Huh? What does that mean? I'm sorry. You know, when I was watching you all on your adventures from down here, I felt a sense of jealousy. I envied you for your freedom. The way that you came together, working in league with your fellows and caring for them. The way that you sought strength and to better yourself, throwing all you are into your battles. I can't speak. The way that you would face down even the greatest enemies to save that which you loved. The way you never ceased to seek nor to fight for a treasure all in your own. And the way that you soared free through the very skies on those wings of yours. I wish that I too might be as free as you all, free to seek out that which I might treasure above all else, not bound. Your own treasure. As long as I remain here, the time machine will not stop, for I am inextricably connected to it. So I've made a decision. I will use the time machine to journey to the world of the future that I have dreamed of. What? You can't just leave now, right when we finally reached you. I am not going only so that the time machine can be stopped. I also cannot deny my desire to see that future world for myself. Is this what it feels like to have your heart race with the thrill of adventure? Arvin, I am sorry that I kept the truth from you for so long. I inherited all the thoughts and wishes of the professor, and so I understand better than any. Your father truly loved you. You can't. You can't just go and say a thing like that now. No, I suppose you're right. I am sorry. Arvin, Miraidon, Cupid. It is a little sad, but I'm afraid this is goodbye. Dad. That's so sad. Farewell, my free adventurers. I bid you adieu. Bye. And he took the book with him. It got dark in here. How could you just go, Dad? Arvin, you okay, bud? Yeah, somewhere deep down, I kind of already knew it. I knew that thing was fake, but when it said my name, using his voice and wearing his face, even if it was fake, it felt real, you know? And so Sorry, I don't know what I'm saying. That's okay. I'm Miraidon. I guess Miraidon is sad too. Oh, but that battle form, how cool is that? It's so strong. If it tries to nudge at me for a belly rub while it's huge like this, I seriously think I'm gonna die. Hey now, let's not skip over the big win here. Cupid and Miraidon just saved all of Paldea. That's right, you both did amazing. Thanks, Cupid. Yeah, that's my bud Cupid for ya. You know, Arvin, even though the professor's gone, but he's finally having a real fun adventure of his own in the future. Yeah, thanks, Penny. Yeah, sorry. What should we do now, Cupid? I'm gonna go home. You said it. Come on, everyone, let's make our way home. I don't have to walk home, do I? I'd prefer to not do that again. What's with the long blank screens? Hello? How are we walking so slow? Okay, everybody, listen up. What is it? Let's take the long road home and get a little more fun out of this adventure. I don't really... Sounds great. If we can load up on snacks first, I'm in. A cinema. Hey, Cupid, not you too. Oh, alright, fine. I guess we're doing this. They're not even on the path. That's the long way. Is Ed Sheeran about to come on? Did I mute it? I think I did. Well, that was fun. Mm-hmm. The little Tatsugiris. I killed so many of them. I have no idea what the song is. I do kind of like Ed Sheeran's music, though. Don't cancel me. Just a little bit. I really liked him when he first started. He has this song called A-Team that I really liked as a kid. I don't go and listen to him, though. But, like, I don't know. It's not terrible. He started playing it behind me. I was like, oh no, I'm getting copyrighted. I don't know. I kind of like this song. I need that sandwich. I'm hungry. Yeah, how did this happen? How did Ed Sheeran get in Pokemon? Like, what does he know about Pokemon? Ed Sheeran's favorite Pokemon is Squirtle. He has a tattoo of Squirtle. That is kind of a boring choice. Can I see his tattoo? He got it to celebrate the collaboration with Pokemon. That kind of sounds fake. He got a tattoo because he collabed with Pokemon. Like, okay. When I get a tattoo of Heracross. The game was okay. The ending was good. I definitely like Legends EA better, though. And I don't know when the next time I will be playing Pokemon. Maybe later this year I'll play Arceus. I don't know. My game funds were used on Tomodachi Life, so. And this game, I guess. I did just buy this last month or something. Celestial by Ed Sheeran. Do we know why he got the collab? Why is Ed Sheeran in my Pokemon game? That's the Reddit post that came up. Oh, I can turn this back on. Oh, that's cute. It says that he was invited to visit Game Freak, and then during his visit, he offered to write them a song, and they took the offer. Who's calling me? Calling students to the director's office. Miss Cupid, Miss Nimona, Master Arvin, and Miss Penny. Master? They almost brought him back for ZA. That would have been funny. Director Clavel would like to see you in his office. Okay. Then they decided they should never do something like this again. It wasn't a terrible song. I know a lot of people don't like it, though. It looks like the hero's finally here. Would you join us, Miss Cupid? I guess. I don't have a choice. We're in for an earful, aren't we? Guess we'll find out soon enough. No need for concern, you two. I'm not angry in the slightest. I merely called you all here to discuss your fine achievements in this year's treasure hunt. You shut down the professor's time machine and thus prevented the Pokemon from the future from running rampant across Paldea. Your actions were truly outstanding in every regard, and I couldn't be prouder of you all. Until Lady Gaga comes in. I mean, she was singing in that commercial. Though your decision to enter a strictly off-limits area was admittedly regrettable. You've got us there. However, since this was necessary to protect Paldea and its precious ecosystems, I'm willing to overlook that particular point. So we're not getting raked over the coals after all. Oh, before I can forget, Miss Cupid, there's something I would like you to have. Each of your friends has received one already, so this one is for you. Master Ball, thank you. Don't know what I'm gonna do with that. Oh, I don't know who that is. Oh, and about the Hall of Fame badge I gave you a short while ago. The gift is one we bestow only upon students who achieve truly remarkable feats. I expect you to honor what that badge represents by striving always to serve as a model for your fellow students. You can count on me. Splendid. Such enthusiasm will surely take you far in life. And Master Arvin, I was so sorry to hear about the professor. You have my deepest condolences. Well, Yeah, it was pretty rough when I found out my dad had died. But weirdly enough, my head actually feels clear now, for the first time in ages. He was also in the Super Bowl? I've never seen Turning Red. He's also a Twitch streamer? Interesting. In the Great Crater, I got to learn a bit about my dad's research and what he was trying to achieve down there. I guess if you're building something as mind-blowing as a time machine, that takes priority over showering your son with attention, huh? All I know is I'm done feeling like some lost little kid. Done. All time— what? Where did I get all from? Time to say goodbye and move on. I'm gonna enjoy every last day till graduation with my buds here, and Mabo Stiff, of course. Well said, Master Irvin. You truly are your father's son. Of course, I must remind you that you've nowhere near enough credits to graduate. You'll need to study frantically to catch up, but I have every expectation of your success. What? And let us not forget the other good news. Our academy has a new champion. Though we sadly cannot make your valiant deeds in the Great Crater known to the public, your new champion rank, at least, should be celebrated throughout the whole school. Ooh, I know how we should celebrate. We should hold a Pokémon battle contest. Seriously, could we not? Classic Nimona. A Pokemon battle contest, you say? While your own vested interest in such a venture are more apparent, Miss Nimona, I think it's a fine idea. But please understand that a large-scale event will be quite beyond us, with many other school activities to keep an eye on after all. Pardon my intrusion, I couldn't help but overhear. She was just at the door listening. Pokemon League will, of course, happily lend a hand in organizing this contest. La Primera? Well, a most kind offer, Chairwoman Gita. Thank you for lurking. I do everything in my power to nurture young, up-and-coming talent. Though that's not to say only the youth have promise when it comes to Pokemon battles. A former gym leader, the developer of the Pokédex app, this academy clearly counts many skilled trainers of Pokemon among its staff. I cannot read. As such, my suggestion is as follows. Students and staff should compete for the title of the strongest trainer at the academy. Whoa, we get to battle the teachers? You compete too, right, Primero? I can't talk. Is that even allowed? The chairwoman's not part of the academy, right? Actually, I think she's the chairwoman of the school board as well as of the Pokemon League. Wait, for real? I mean, I knew she was on another level, but wow. Thank you for the invitation, Champion Nimona. I would gladly take up your offer to compete alongside you all, but I'm afraid my schedule is already packed tight with work that I simply must attend to. Aw, can't you free up time somehow? Well, I suppose I might be able to participate if Champion Cupid would agree to lend me a hand with my work. Sure. Excellent answer. Much obliged, Champion Cupid. To get straight to it, I would like you to go out and inspect Paldea's various gyms in my steed. Are they fulfilling their duties as beacons of strength and inspiration for all of those aiming to achieve champion rank? Or has their brilliance started to fade? To find this out, I ask that you bring your full might as champion to bear against each of the gym leaders and test their prowess in battle. They are all trainers of exceptional talent, handpicked by me personally. I do not expect you will find any cracks in their armor, but, well, consider it a formality. This will also provide the perfect stage for your first appearance as a new champion. Since all the gym leaders will still be expecting me to carry out the inspection, I imagine they'll have mustered their full strength. I dare say they might be more of a challenge than when you faced them before. You get to have all-out battles with gym leaders? Man, I'm jealous. Now then, on to another crucial matter. I'd like to discuss with Penny here how to patch the weakness in our leak point system. But there's a bunch of anime I've missed that I was just gonna binge. Thank you in advance for your willing and eager cooperation. Not the anime. I mean, I'll do it. I'll help. Let me help. Excellent. We'll leave you all to it then. Come now, Penny. This is awesome, Cupid. Show this inspection thing who's boss so that La Primera can join our tournament, okay? Penny is just a person. And enjoy taking another swing at the gym gauntlet while you're at it. I'll take care of filling out the forms and other administrative stuff so the ball gets rolling on the tournament in the meantime. I say, it's wonderful to see you all showing such initiative. You each have a critical role to play. Penny assisting the league, our new champion inspecting gyms, Nimona arranging the event. Give it your best, everyone. Guess my role's so obvious it goes without saying. Okay, but I beat the game, right? I don't have to do that. If we select Miraidon while the main menu is open, you can now have it change between its battle and its ride form. Okay. Good to know. Did Rai just go live? Is that why he lurked? I want to see Rai play Tomodachi live. I can do a tiny revisit of Area 0. Well, maybe I'll play it again next week. Perhaps. If you guys want me to. Because I'm just gonna play Xenoblade, if not. That's all I want to play. I can catch the other Miraidon? I might have to do that. Well, I'll be back tomorrow. With Xenoblade, and maybe I'll play this again next week. I don't know. I want to go back to Legends EA too, so I don't know. Oh, hi Mike Tropolis. Thank you for stopping in. I'll see you guys tomorrow with Xenoblade. We're gonna raid Rai.